All right. Real story time. You know, the outtakes. It must be something special because I changed my shirt. Changed my shirt on this one. This is dinner with Mr. Dolemite, right? So he called me a couple of years after I rapped at his birthday party. And he says, KingDRO, I'm coming to town. Would you like to have dinner? I said, yes, sir, Mr. Dolemite. And so he was staying down at the W in Seattle. And, I lived in the CD, so jumped on the bus, went down there, and he came down. He was in the hover round thing. He came down, and he had on like these sparkly glasses. He's in a wheelchair. He's like, I'm the man, I am here type thing going on with him. No one was paying attention. They're like, who's this crazy old man? And I was like, man, he needs to get a little more respect. And my mother was still alive at this time, and I told her about it. I said, he wasn't getting his propers, mama. And she said, his time is gone. I said, his time is never gone. He's all right. And so he comes in, and we're sitting down and we're chopping it up. His memory was slipping a little bit. He forgot who I was. And then he remembered. He was like, oh, yeah, KingDRO. And so we talked. He said he was going to do a movie with Joe Jackson where he was going to play the grandfather. Joe Jackson wasn't in it. He was producing it. And he was going to play the grandfather to add a little, these are his words, to add a little spice to it. And he says, after that, I'm going to do another Dolemite movie. I said, do you have a part for me in there, Mr. Dolemite? He said, KingDRO? Why, yes, I do. I said, all right, I'm on my way, baby. On my way, young blood. And so we're out there. We're about to order. And I'm just looking at the menu. I said, what do you want? And he says, I want some fried chicken. And I said, fried chicken is not on the menu, but I can have them make you some if you want some. And I said, you still eat fried chicken? He said, well, my mama makes it. I said, your mother's still alive? He says, yes. She's 96 years old. He was like 81 or 82 at this time. And so just got him a steak. And then he is like the Dolemite from the movies without the profanity. The girl, he was eating, and she comes out, the waitress, and she tries to take his plate. And she said, can I take that? And he was like, can I finish first? And it was only like a piece of lettuce on there and shit. And then he says, is any soul brothers working here? And I said, yeah, they're in the back. And then she says, yeah, we got some dude in the back. And I said, I told you. And he said, I asked that same question in 1952 in Arkansas. And then a nigga put his head out of the little windows. It's like those Western doors, but it was the windows that could. And he's like, yeah, here I am. And I said, I told you. And so we chopped it up. We're chilling. Then his phone rings. And he was like, yes, this is the king. And it was Pimp C. And Pimp C wanted him to be on a new record or something. So this was 2007, 2008. Well, going into... Anyway. And so he said, Pimp C, I gotta go. Because I'm sitting here having dinner with KingDRO. And I was like, damn, I'm in the game. I'm in the game. And so the next night, he took me to a movie premiere of it was called Dolemite Explosion and shit. It never really took off, but he took me there, and then he brought me up on stage or to the wherever the Focus was at. He brought me to the Focus. And he says, before he done that, he says, yeah, I rap with Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, Busta Rhymes, 2 Live Crew. You're about to see the next legend tonight. KingDRO, come and say a few words. I had no idea this shit was happening. So I'm shook. And so my words were, I didn't plan on that. See, I done fucked up in the story. Because it still has me fucked up. But that was the last time I seen Mr. Dolemite. And he didn't have to do that. And the footage is out there somewhere.